In geopolitics, power doesn't disappear, it shifts. And this shift is happening right now in the Sahel. Three nations, Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger, have done the unthinkable. They walked away from decades of foreign control, tore up military agreements that kept them in a chokehold, and formed something the world did not expect. A new alliance, a new doctrine, a new power center. Tonight we break down what the AES truly is, why global powers are quietly panicking, and what this means for Africa's future. Let's begin. I appreciate you guys for watching the video. Thank you. Kindly like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you. Now, let's get a quick primer first, okay? So, the AES stands for, let me say it in English, the Alliance of the Sahel, Niger, Mali, Burkina Faso. Or you can also say Alliance des États du Sahel, which is basically Niger, Mali, Burkina Faso. Think of it as three brothers who were bullied separately, finally deciding to stand together. They now share intelligence, military strategy, border security, economic plans, a future regional currency. And this is Africa's first post-colonial military alliance, not controlled by any offshore agendas. And this alone is enough to shake the old order. The alliance didn't appear out of thin air, it was born from pain. For more than a decade, the Sahel hosted foreign armies, foreign bases, foreign strategy, foreign export, foreign funded NGOs, and foreign narratives about African security. And yet terrorism increased under foreign supervision. Civilians were killed, villages were abandoned, borders collapsed, and resources flowed out. Yet stability never came. Then something changed. The people protested, the soldiers listened, and the government shifted. They removed France's military presence. They rejected one-sided agreements. They also ended exploitative security partnerships. And together they said, "We will secure ourselves." That statement changed Sahel's history. The alliance is a few years old and already the impact is massive. They have joint military operations, right? Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso now run coordinated border strikes. They reduce dependency on foreign forces, and for the first time in decades, the Sahel is securing itself by the removal of foreign military bases. Niger removed French troops, Burkina Faso removed them as well, and Mali removed them earlier. They now share intelligence centers, real-time communication across borders, something foreign partners never gave them access to. They now have a new focus on sovereignty. See, the AES leaders openly state, "We will not be lectured by nations who failed here for 10 years. The messaging is bold. The confidence is new. The world is watching. Now here's where everything changes. The AES threatens three major international interests. One, the end of French dominance in the Sahel. See, France relied on uranium from Niger, gold from Mali, regional influence, military bases for projection, and being the savior in Sahel conflicts. The AES cut all of that out, and French media is already panicking. The Sahel, right, holds uranium, gold, oil, natural gas, lithium, phosphate, and whatever else they have over there. And with AES unity, these resources became political weapons, not colonial pipelines. They built a new security doctrine outside of Western frameworks. The AES wanted or wants African-built armies, African strategies, African intelligence with African command structures without foreign veto power. This is dangerous for offshore agendas because control of Africa equals control of raw materials. Control of raw materials equals the control of global power. Since its birth, the AES has faced media attacks by them being called authoritarian, dangerous, radical. They've faced economic pressure. They've had aid frozen. They've had sanctions imposed on them and had programs suspended. They've had diplomatic isolation, and with ECOWAS threatening military intervention, foreign governments issued warnings as well. They've had psychological warfare where headlines predict collapse, experts forecast failures, but none of it worked. Why? Because the alliance is backed by the people, for the people. And in Ouagadougou, in Bamako, in Niamey, the people believe the AES represents dignity. And that is a power sanctions cannot break. Now, critics will argue that the AES lacks economic capacity. They lack armies because their armies are stretched too thin. They also face terror groups that remain active, and ECOWAS relations are still tense, while foreign dependence still exists. They're all true. But supporters say sovereignty takes time, unity multiplies strength, and local armies know the terrain. Offshore agendas have lost influence, and the Sahel has finally gained a voice, which is also true. The AES is not perfect, but it's a beginning, and beginnings reshape history. So, what comes next for Africa? If the AES succeeds, it could inspire a West African security bloc, independence from ECOWAS or foreign armies. If they succeed, they could have a Sahel currency free from the CFA franc that they've been trying to get rid of this whole time. Well, I think they have now, right? If they succeed, there's joint resource management, so gold, oil, and uranium benefits locals first. There'll be a new Pan-African doctrine where Africa is solving African problems with African intelligence and African leadership. This is a pathway towards real sovereignty, not speeches, not promises, but action. See, the fear is not the AES. It's what the AES represents, okay? The AES is a symbol of courage, of defiance, of nations refusing to kneel. It's a reminder that Africa is not poor. Africa is plundered. And if Africa ever stands together, even in small alliances, the world must renegotiate how it deals with this continent. This is why nations are nervous. The AES is not just three flags. It's a spark. And sparks light fire no one can control. Family, if you watch this video to this part, you already understand how big this moment is. So here's what I need from you. I'd like you to like the video because it pushes African voices into the algorithm. Comment your thoughts or add your thoughts as well. Your narrative or your voice must build a narrative. Subscribe because this is only the beginning. Turn on post notifications so you don't miss the next breakdown, because Africa's story is changing, but only if we tell it. So stay sharp, stay aware, and stay sovereign. I'll catch you guys in the next video.